The first of the passages in Surah Al-Imran that I feel inclined to be really interested in is verse number 7. The reason this verse uh, fascinates me is that it explains an aspect of the Quran which you would not find explained elsewhere, anywhere. You see, quite often we read in the Quran the description of the paradise and the hell and the mention of angels and some other details, the fact that God has a throne and so on. You wonder as a student of the Quran, what exactly do these expressions mean? And it is this particular verse that I think explains and explains so well the reality that you feel comfortable. You feel that what the Quran is saying is what you understand. The verse tells us that there are certain verses in the Quran that are mutashabihat, allegorical, metaphorical. So those who are truly inclined to understand the Quran, they know that what their actual contribution is. They are there to let people know that there are certain blessings in the paradise which you can't imagine living here. But just to give you an idea, that's how they will be. The idea has been provided keeping in mind the level of understanding, the tastes of the immediate addressees. That is, the people who were there at the time when the Quran was being revealed. And the Quran clarifies that those people who try to find the literal meanings of these verses, they would go astray. So, in other words, when you find that there are rivers flowing in the paradise and the gardens have fruits, etc., the reality is there. However, do not assume that the paradise is going to be exactly like that. It's much more, it's far better. But just to give you an idea, it is a metaphorical expression, way of letting people know about the realities for which we have no words in our language. Because, you know, languages, they develop and form their vocabulary on the basis of what's there in your experience. You directly observe. So there is a there is something that emerges in your environment, and then you feel the need to express your understanding about it. So the words get created. But the reality that you've never seen, how would you have any words for them? So the Almighty says that the expressions, the words that have been picked for describing those realities are metaphorical. So I think it's a very important passage for those who want to understand the Quran properly.